Hey you all, today we're going to be talking about how to lose that weight. I'm a mother of five, and so I have had my weight go up and down and up and down and up and down and up and down through the years. But today I'm going to be talking to you about how to lose the weight if you are struggling with weight loss. So, listen, this is going to be a little bit of just a chat. I want you to take a pen and paper if you need to. I'm going to give you some gems that have really helped me, and I've heard them echoed through the internet over and over again when it comes to weight loss, okay? So, number one. This is probably going to be number 1 to 5 of like 7, you know. It's number 1, it's number 2, it's number 3, it's number 4, and it's number 5 as well. And it is your mindset. Let me tell you, the biggest thing that you have to overcome is not your physical weight, but it's your mental weight. There is so much nonsense in your mind that is keeping you down and is preventing you from taking the steps and is preventing you from seeing your goal of your weight. And most of that is guilt for a lot of people. It's guilt and shame, that cycle of I said I wasn't going to, and here I am again. And all that does is serve to make you do it again, because now you're down on yourself. And when you're down on yourself, you cannot have positive progress. Positive progress is born out of positive mindset, out of positive thoughts. And so when you realize that your journey is not going to be, you go from here doing a certain thing for the last 5, 7, 20 years to suddenly like switching it up and you're doing something entirely different consistently and well, that's just probably not going to happen. It does happen, but it's very rare. And to think and to function like the unicorn is not wise, because unicorns don't exist. It's a made up animal. Okay. Now that we got that out of the way, let's get back to mindset. I cannot say this enough, because the one thing that we do so readily, unfortunately, is be down on ourselves. And we say the most unkind things to ourselves on a consistent basis, and it doesn't lead us anywhere positive. And when it comes to our goals, and when it comes to what we believe and we know better to do, and we don't do it, our reflex for that is usually, oh, I can't do it. There's something wrong with me. I'm a failure. And all these words, how do I know? Because I've had those words and I've spoken them to myself, but they haven't served me and they're not serving you. And so once you start looking at yourself from the place that your friends, your family, your loved ones, God sees you, then you realize that there is no room for beating yourself down. You can look at the situation, and yes, you can be honest with it and say, okay, I slipped up and here I am. I ate that thing, I broke my diet, but to what end? I'm going to get up and I'm going to try again. When you are on the journey, it's important for you not to set these outrageous goals. Like, you just learned something and you say, "Ah, today was the last day I'm going to eat cake." So how about you set a realistic goal and say, all right, I'm going to have cake on Thursdays. Or if you've been having cake every single day, then maybe start by skipping one day of the week, and then gradually skip another, and then gradually maybe do it every other day. And then gradually, you'll eventually go to cake 1 day a week. And if that's where you want to end, that's fine. Or if you want to say, okay, I'm going to eat cake once a month, that's fine too. But make sure that you are incrementally going there. Here on Everyday Nurse, I teach and I really encourage you all to take sustainable steps. That means you're doing something slowly. You're taking one little step at a time. And these small steps, though they seem small in the moment, they're going to add up to this beautiful full picture, just like when a baby starts to walk. As a mother of five, I've enjoyed watching that process 5 times now. And every time they don't get up and run. That's never happened for my children anyway. From crawling and they just pop up and run. That's not happened. It's that one step, it's the 2 steps, and we all cheer for the 1 step. That's what we do. We cheer that baby when they take 1 step, and we record it and we wanted them to do it again. That's you. When you've been doing something, a habit, and you are in a space that you've been in for a long time, and you may have accumulated your weight over time, you need to start to view yourself as that baby. Give yourself the grace of a loving mother. And I'm speaking mostly to moms. So I know you know what it's like to encourage your children. It's time to apply some of that to yourself as well. And you just take that 1 step and celebrate that 1 step. Show yourself grace. Take 1 step and celebrate that step. And then the next day, take another step. So mindset, mindset, mindset. You would really feel better having your goals when your mindset about it is positive, and when you are ready to help yourself and to surround yourself by people who will cheer you on for every little step. The next thing would be get outside. If you can walk outside, if you can just sit outside at first, that'll be really good for you, because oxygen has a way of just making you feel more vibrant, more alive. Deep breaths. You just take deep breaths and let the stress go, and let the toxins go, and let that CO2 go, that acidity. Your body becomes more alkaline. Your brain has less brain fog. You feel more capable of taking the next steps. And one of them is drinking more water. Sometimes we are carrying more weight in our body just because we're not drinking enough water. And sometimes we drink our water, however, our body does not absorb it well. So one tip that I learned that I applied to my life was adding a pinch of Himalayan or Celtic, some people call it Celtic salt, to the water. And if you're having issues with absorption, that can really help you absorb your water better. All right, the next thing that you can incorporate into your weight loss journey, of course, ding, 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 is exercise. But just see how this has played out. Exercise is not the first thing that I had to do, and it's not the first thing I recommend most people do. I recommend you start with the mindset, and then you do the small things like breathing fresh air and drinking water, and then you add the exercise. And so once you incorporate exercise, it's important again to give yourself those small steps. Start with 30 seconds a day. It is so crucial to set a goal that you cannot argue with. You can't argue with that. It's really hard to argue with 30 seconds. And if it's hard to argue with 30 seconds, set it at 10. Do something that you can't argue with. And once you do that, and you have your timer on, and you're about to start your 30-second exercise, after a few days, if you feel like you're ready, add another second. Very soon you'll be at 60 seconds. And this is not a sprint. This is a lifestyle. You're doing one step, one thing at a time, and building on it. So you add that second. Very soon you'll be at 5 minutes. Don't worry about getting to 5 minutes. Just worry about doing whatever your portion is for the day. And if you have the strength, add one more. Well, the next thing would be to tackle the diet, because it is important to turn off the tap as you are mopping this water. You can mop all day, but if the roof is still leaking and there's a thunderstorm, you're going to keep getting water into that space. So it's important to address the points of weakness. But again, you will have mindset on your side. So you'll be able to do that positively and graciously to yourself. And once you're able to see where your weak points are with your diet, then you can make those stronger slowly, incrementally, right? There are some things, of course, that are so dangerous and so toxic to our bodies that we may need to stop immediately. You're aware if those things are in your life. But for the most part, most of us have to cut back on the carbs slowly. We have to cut back on fried foods, cut back on the junk food. And if you think cutting back is not your method and you need to cut it off completely, you can do that too. Do what you know will help you win. The destination is not what's in focus. What's in focus is wellness. You're looking at a positive goal and you're just taking the necessary steps, the incremental steps daily to get there. Well, after you've addressed your diet and you have the necessary gatekeepers in place. When I was in college, I knew some people who had become plant-based, and I was just like, ew, what an existence. And now here I am. I raised my children on this diet. They love it. They've tried meat products. They don't like them because we cook wholesome, tasty, delicious, fresh, beautiful to digest, and good for your body, nutritious plant-based meals. That did not happen overnight. That was a journey. It was a process. And along the process, I had to learn and unlearn so much. So give yourself time. When you see people who've reached where you'd like to go, please don't make the assumption of thinking they got there overnight. I sure did not. But I want to share my journey with you so that you can be inspired. You can have something and say, okay, here's someone who was like me. I was the queen of fried chicken and baked chicken and all things chicken. I'm just saying, you can do it too. You can do it. And if you need a community, join one. And if you need guidance, get guidance. I'm actually going to try and remember, because I always have to try and remember. I'm a mother of 5. I sometimes forget. But I will have to leave some assessments in the description below. And I think one of the assessments I'll leave for you is just your overall lifestyle. And you can see what parts of it you may want to address, and you can map it out and you can have more success because you will not be focused anymore on the negativity in the journey, and you will be looking forward to health, to wellness, but you will have a plan. So I'm going to try and remember to do that. So please check the description below. I think it's there. Also, if this video has been a blessing to you, please like, share, and subscribe. And I will see you in the next one. Again, this is Annie with Everyday Nurse, here to help you get to your wellness goals sustainably. Thank you. See ya.